focus, I'll give you a quick background. I am a middle school science teacher, assistant principal at Salt Lake School District in Salt Lake, California. A single school, K through 8.
You're a teacher and an assistant principal?
I am both.
Okay.
But you don't have any,
Well,
I was going to say, I bet you don't see too many discipline problems.
How can you do both?
Not in his class.
You're an assistant principal that teaches, or you have two different positions?
I'm both.
He's walking a tightrope.
So you consider part of bargaining or part of management?
You know, it's kind of interesting. My TCP, I think pre-TCP, I was viewed as a teacher more by my colleagues, but I was asked by my district to help lead our transition to the Common Core state standards, and I think through this, I'm not being quite seen. I'm kind of being seen as one of them more now.
The dark side.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I do both roles.
Jules, you have your admin credential?
I do.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's just a matter
Who I
of
got
them.
through.
Can't do that.
No, I didn't. Actually, I got through the county ed in Santa Barbara. Excuse me. I got my master's through Ryder. But so my TCP, I explained to you, is the transition to the Common Core, which I was asked to help lead as part of a team. So my interest is because the main focus of Common Core is academic language, academic vocabulary. That is what I wanted to kind of gravitate towards, because as a teacher, I've always felt like that my students that have successfully graduated their immersion programs would be in my classroom, and to me, I mean, conversationally, the English is great, but as a science teacher, I felt like as soon as academic language was placed upon them, there was nothing, it wasn't there, that they didn't have it. So that's where I want my study to be. As part of my funneling process, you know, I look at America as a land of immigration, ancestors of immigrants, and through this, our history, you know, the federal and state legislation has changed and shaped the way we educate our English language learners, our ELLs, and sometimes dramatically, with the example of Prop 227, which pretty much made bilingual education illegal in California. You can still teach bilingually, but I think you have to get a petition through your district, which a lot of districts don't tell the parents to do, I believe, at least in my area. So in Santa Barbara County, there's only one district that is using still bilingual education methods. Most are some form of immersion, whether it's full immersion, dual immersion, and different strategies. So again, the tie here again with Common Core, I think the importance of academic language anyway, but even more importantly now with these new Common Core state standards. And I want to look at language acquisition programs in districts in our area, look at the type of acquisition programs they're doing and their effectiveness in teaching our English language learners academic language. So I think we can go,
Oh, sorry.
unless you have any questions.
All right.
So again, I'm here to be torn up. I want to get, I mean, I really do, because I'm kind of bouncing around. I mean, I'm proposing a mixed method study currently. You know, as I'm bouncing this in my head and I'm thinking about future IRB, I'm like, God, I don't think I want to go towards the students. I think I want to stay with the, you know, the directors and the teachers and keep my research there. Just to save myself, I think IRB.
Well, you can't.
You can't use
It's
kids.
too hard to use kids.
Yeah, and
you let them get through it.
Yeah, and so that's why we're not going to do that. So the purpose of this mixed method study is to identify and describe the academic language effectiveness of language acquisition programs for English language learners in Santa Barbara County. Again, I want to start there. I'm not sure if I should broaden or narrow my research. In our area, it's so unique. We are in our San Ynez Valley, let alone, there are 6 different single school districts that all feed into one high school with this crazy history of, I don't know, there's like this tension between our districts that no one even knows why anymore. And so, I'm not sure how broad or narrow to make my research currently.
All right, what school are you in? Elementary?
I
high
am in
school?
K through 8.
All right, so you're a K-8. Santa Barbara County has a lot of K-8s.
We have a
doesn't it?
ton
Yeah, they're
yeah.
known for it. So they've
Yeah.
got like 10 maybe?
more,
All
I
right,
think.
so you could actually look at K-8, which
Yeah,
is nice.
that's what I want to
You
do.
could keep it to Santa Barbara,
Mhm.
all right? So when you say effectiveness of language acquisition programs, how many are there? I mean, are there lots of different kinds? I
In
know
Santa Barbara,
there's
well, there's
immersion.
variations. Under the law, under 227, every district in Santa Barbara County is using some form of immersion program, except for one school that got it put through, and they're doing the bilingual.
Okay.
So it's kind of up to the district what kinds of immersion. There's full immersion, where the students are just basically they're immersed in English language with the concept that if everyone around you is speaking English, you're going to get it.
Right.
But then there's also immersion programs where there is some support for you. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm just thinking, if that's the case, then why don't you just look at that one school to see if it's effective or not? And then in your later in suggestions for future research, you can identify, I specifically identified this one school, a suggestion for future research is to expand it to other schools.
Sample
Well,
be
you can't
too
really do
small.
that, because that's a program about. He focuses on that one school.
Yeah,
So you
Oh, I
really have
see.
to branch out.
and I do want to have some sort of comparison,
Okay.
for
Jules,
sure. Yes.
Is it? I'm from the Hemet San Jacinto Valley out in Riverside County.
Mhm.
Is it largely agrarian where you are? Is that the influx of the non-native speaker?
Like our population in Solvang, we're almost 50-50 white to Hispanic Latino population.
So there, basically, are there a lot of migrant populations coming through that sort of thing?
Not as much as like when I was in Desert Sands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, down there, that was a whole nother beast. But not as much migrant as I would consider like down there where student populations were turning over constantly.
Sure. I was just wondering how busy the ELL
It's
programs are.
very, and it's kind of funny about Solvang. I mean, if you walk into Solvang, the tourist town,
Dutch
you
town,
would
yeah.
probably never guess our district was 50%,
Wow.
Hispanic Latino.
Well, somebody has to work in the
Okay, so let
shops.
me ask
Well,
you.
it's true, and there's the casinos and
Restaurants.
the wine industry is huge.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of jobs in our area because our wine industry is so huge up there now, especially. And there's a casino, a good-sized casino, and et cetera, and hotels and everything else. So, I mean,
I heard you say that the reason that you entered into this arena is because you taught science and the ELL kids came to you, they had all the language acquisition to get around, but they didn't have science language.
or what I would consider even academic language.
Wow.
Academic, right? So
And so
can you focus on academic language?
that's what I want to focus on.
Oh,
I don't
that
see that
sounds-
there.
It doesn't say
I
that?
would describe the academic language effectiveness.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
academic language? Yeah.
All right, is to identify and describe the academic language effectiveness of language acquisition programs.
That's wonderful.
That's what I want to focus on.
All right, so you can define what an academic language effectiveness is, right? You can
Well,
define that?
For science,
I hope
for mathematics, for
Okay.
lexicon.
I
I'm
would-
sorry to cut you off.
No, that's all right.
I would, I mean, the point, the whole idea of Common Core is that you have to have this academic language that crosses subject areas. So that's kind of what I'm
Lesson
looking at.
integration, yeah.
Not just science, but these identified academic words
Oh man, that's
that
exciting.
students need to know, which is the whole point of the Common Core, whether it's K Kinsella based or whatever, that needs to be, in your toolbox to be successful in
Okay.
all these subject areas.
Is
So
there
you
a,
want-
there's more than one academic language program or
There,
program to teach
Language
that?
acquisition, right?
yeah, acquisition programs, yes.
So if you
Okay.
were to go interview 20 teachers from your school, let's just
Mhm.
say,
Yeah.
survey 20 from your school, 20 from all those K-8s.
Yeah.
Let's say you have 5 K-8s that
Yes.
you're interviewing. Would you be able to generate questions relative to language acquisition programs that could be generic across the board for all of those?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Like,
That's-
that's what I wanted to know.
That's what I think, that's
Because if
my
you've
goal.
got different language acquisition programs, and you want to find out which one is helping the academic language effectiveness?
Of the EL students, yeah. Mhm.
Could this be a different purpose? The purpose of this mixed method study is to determine
Mhm.
to what extent specific academic language programs have greater success in working with English learners in Santa Barbara County.
Like, I love
Is
that.
Yeah.
Thank you for recording that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what I just said.
Yeah, can you
No.
please write that down? 'Cause
No,
I'm-
I didn't write
Or
it
no,
down.
I mean, I'm gonna write it down, but.
Well,
No,
you
it's
recorded
recorded.
it.
Oh, great.
It's
Yeah, I'm
recorded.
going to email it to
Thank
you.
you.
I'll email you a YouTube link. But yeah, no,
Awesome.
Yeah.
that's so fascinating.
It's kind of funny. I'm not to get on my personal story, but I was a alpha originally. I told Dr. Ryder and had some real personal issues and fell out. But back then, I was kind of lost. But I'm passionate about this, which is
Yeah.
making me really fired up.
Good.
Yeah.
That's where I saw
So-
you. Yeah. I was here during the
It's
outfit.
awful hard to write one of these when you're not fired up.
No, this is because this is
Oh my God.
something that's been near and dear to me as a teacher the whole
Right,
time. So I feel like I'm going the right way now. Whether I'm getting the right purpose statement, thank you, or the right research questions, I know I need to work.
Well,
on
once
this.
you get the purpose statement down, then
Then
the
the-
research questions come.
They'll come
Yeah,
back
so
to
they're
that.
going to generate from that purpose
Yeah,
statement.
I
So
can help
appreciate
you
that.
work on those.
That'd be great.
Once you refine whatever he said on that,
Mm-hmm.
it sounded good.
It's here.
Shoot it to me,
I will.
but work on your new research questions relative
I
to
will.
that. Shoot that to me, and then we'll tweak that a little bit,
Cool.
and then throw you back and you start writing.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
All right.
I've done a lot of reading, so
Oh,
Cool, Jules.
excellent. Jules.
Thank you.
You're on the right track, man.
thank you.
Great job.
Glad to see you back in the
Thanks,
program.
Rob.
Finish
Yeah.
it.
Glad to be back. Now we're going to
Jules,
finish.
Yeah.
shoot me an email. and
I
I'll get it to you.
definitely will.
There's a folder
Probably
there.
shoot one.
Right now.